Hey guys, Crowangel Gaming here, and as you can hear, I'm probably a little bit better off than I was last time. uh, Still not 100%, but my throat is completely, more or less completely recovered off of last week's disaster of a attempt at like a video without my voice keep going. So anyway, welcome guys to the Fallout 4 mods for the Fallout DLC. This basically will be, God, talk about completely getting out to like a bad start. It's because my mind's in four different places today at once. Right, we're doing today the Fallout 4 PlayStation 4 Far Harbor mods. That's what I was trying to actually get out. This basically is one of our category mods. Instead of being just the latest ones, you've got obviously your creature, environmental, and so on and so forth like that. So this one, it will just be the mods for the PlayStation 4 version of Fallout 4, featuring the Far Harbor tags, basically. If I could just ask one thing as usual, please don't forget to leave a like on the videos. I do appreciate all the support that you can actually give. Even the comments and the comment sections, which I must admit, this last week when I actually needed it most, it did have me laughing. The fact that everyone was doing the first, second, third, right the way up to seventh. So yeah, you, you guys are absolutely nuts, but I absolutely love you to bits. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get this over and done because I have got the Skyrim ones. Well, before I do get started though, there are no new Creation Club mods. If anything, actually, the Creation Club mods have reset back to their default price. So if you was looking for any Creation Club deals, there are currently none this week, but they do tend to have a week off without any of the discounts on, and then they put them back on with like a different discount sale. So there probably will be some Creation Club mods review stuff done next week. If there isn't any discounts, I won't bother putting out a video. As I said on past videos, this week is going to be extremely jam-packed for me. As many people know, if they're a Assassin's Creed fan, that comes out today. I wanted to actually go down this morning and pick it up. Unfortunately, for those viewers who are of the same age bracket as myself or even have kids, you'll know that life doesn't always work out that way, unfortunately. And I know my channel's probably going to suffer because other people are going to get the all these other types of stuff out there ages before I get to actually do it. Unfortunately, that's one of the things I can't help, unfortunately. So yeah, I will be doing Assassin's Creed before the end of the day. I've got this map, yeah, the Fallout mods review to do, the Skyrim mods review to actually do. I've got all my regular four Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos to upload as well. But I can put them into rest mode. I don't necessarily need to sit around and wait for those to actually finish once I've actually set them going. And on top of that, then I've got a GTA session tonight, and then then I can finally, hopefully, if not before, then get started on the Assassin's Creed stuff. So yeah, if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, tune in for that later on because I'll be doing it live, hopefully, providing the kids aren't playing up in the background, in which case I'll do it live, but I probably won't put any audio over it. Probably a little quick intro, and then let's move on. For those who watch my channel on a regular basis as well, even if you're not a GTA fan, I encourage you to please tune in on Halloween Eve, which is Tuesday, obviously October the 31st. There's going to be a special live GTA that I'm actually doing, and it's going to be in fancy dress with the camera on. So you actually get to see me in full fancy dress, and we won't be doing anything specific in the session, but it's just going to be complete and utter hijinks with me in fancy dress. So it'll be well worth having a look if you get the chance as well. If you don't get to see it live, then obviously you can watch it on that replay later on. Anyway, right, that's me gassed on for bloody 5 minutes. I do apologise. So we're going to get straight into these now. Okay, Far Harbor mods. Rechambered. The goal of this mod is to expand the usefulness of certain ammo types or the usefulness of certain weapons at different points in the game. Added a 38 automatic receiver, obviously for combat rifle, 44 lever action minigun, radium rifle, and assault rifle. Assault rifle. Okay, so basically these are just adding a bunch of different weapon upgrades for the weapons that you would probably come across in Far Harbor. Vault's X01 player home. Not really a Far Harbor thing, but it's okay. Some vaults are. This is saying, welcome to Vault X01. Your new player home features workshop, crafting stations, robot crafting station, mannequins, and power armor displays. Follower quarters, weapons rack, workshop storage access from different spots of your vault. First aid bed, which heals you completely. Also addictions, crippled limbs, radiation, etc. Nuka-Cola display racks. Vendor who sells scrap and all kinds of ammo. A terminal for playing Robco games. I like the sound of that. Fish tank. Exercise area. Sends settlers, followers to and from your vault. Set up trade routes to and from the vault. This actually sounds pretty good. The entrance is completely unknown, hidden, and the only way in is to fast travel. Okay, map marker for CW, Far Harbor, and Nuka World survival. Fast travel to Vault XO1 and all settlements. Also, DC Good Neighbor faction HQs, etc. as well is enabled. Doesn't affect your game in any other way. Okay, so if you've got the survival mode, this one will still be fast travelable too. For those people who know, fast travel is disabled on a lot of the stuff when you're doing those. So yeah, actually they've used some of the assets from Automatron there as well by the looks of it, so pretty good. Okay, equilibrium weapon balance fixes. Requires DLC for Automatron, Far Harbor, and Nuka World. Fallout 4 has tons of interesting weapons. Unfortunately, lots of them aren't very well balanced, so players end up with very limited selection. This mod aims to fix it and make weapons relevant even. Okay, yeah, so basically all these weapons that you would get throughout the game, example obviously you can see in the screenshot is the submachine gun, which does absolutely rubbish amounts of damage, even when it's completely modded up and souped up. This aims to make those a bit more effective. The double barrel shotgun, again, is an example of this, where you can actually do a decent amount of damage even if you're shooting from afar. This one is actually intriguing me, the fact that you can do extra damage with the minigun, because I did feel that the minigun was always ever slightly underpowered. This one for the minigun increases the damage, rebalanced effects of different barrels. Minigun now deadly and viable for late game, as it should be. Yeah, because it was pretty useless, I must admit. Okay, Posters of the Commonwealth, straightforward mod, just basically, this is the Far Harbor edition. Oh, this is for all DLCs, I do apologise. So all of the posters that you would come across in various DLCs, you can now add them to your settlements if you want so, if you wanted to. Junker's Air Barge. Junker's Air Barge, your home in the sky. Junker's Air Barge is a unique player home, suspended in the air by rockets and other technology similar to the Prydwen. It has all the amenities of your wasteland life for all your crafting needs. The air barge's origins are unknown, but it now lays dormant just beyond Vault 111, waiting for its inhabitants. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Junk barge for you to have as your player home, if that's what you want. Posters of Far Harbor, pretty much the same as that one, just limited to the Far Harbor posters. Fire Caltrops, Project X mods, and not even gonna bother that one. Post-war workshop, all DLC patch. Requires the DLC for Automatron Far Harbor, Voltok Workshop, Nuka World, and that's it basically. It just gives you a bunch of extra stuff that was in that package. Far Harbor Less Fog, straightforward really, just reduces the density of the fog while still keeping it pretty eerie and creepy. Colsey's Echo Lake Lumber Mill. This is a cleanup mod for the Echo Lake Lumber Mill. It's been a while since he's cleaned up the pre-existing settlements, and he recently got Caesar Pass 340. He would give Echo Lake Lumber a go. This is one of his favourite settlements in the game, and he was pleased with how it turned out. One thing I will say with this, if you want to keep them as they look in the game to certain degree obviously cleaned up. These mods are perfect, but if you want to completely level areas, there are a couple of mods out there which will let you basically demolish the entire area and expand the boundaries on it as well. So you'll be able to go in there and basically build whatever you want, and they'll probably end up looking a little bit better as well, or might be more workable in the end. But if you don't like doing these settlement builds, then that one's definitely for you. Post endgame Minutemen. Post endgame Minutemen requires a mod for integrated Commonwealth as well. Were you disappointed to have led the Minutemen to the destruction of the Institute, spoilers, and defeated the Raider threat in the Nuka world, spoilers, only to find that the Commonwealth is largely unchanged beyond a handful of flags in Diamond City, with the odd Minutemen wandering around. A few bits of random dialogue from certain NPCs in the presence of the old military checkpoints. Yeah, okay, so this basically improves all of that. I don't know what that mod is. Lever action shotgun mod. Requires a DLC for Far Harbor. Hasta la vista. Adds a shotgun receiver, shell receiver to the lever action. So basically, instead of just being a lever action rifle, it'll now become a lever action shotgun, like kind of like what Arnie uses in T2. Hence the Hasta la vista. Power armor Tesla packs. Bowling ball pitch. Okay. This weapon is reskinned grenade that looks like a bowling ball. The projectile is a reskinned seeking missile. If you use a gun with a targeting system, they might work together, craft them like grenades. Okay. Virtual Eyebot turrets. These are, as I mentioned before, these Eyebot turrets, if you've played the Far Harbor content, if you haven't, check out my modded gameplay series, and you won't have to go back that many videos from the most recent stuff to find what I'm on about. You're looking for one called Dima's VR Room, Dima's Memories, and basically these little virtual reality Eyebot things are the enemy within that area, and they're pretty harmless, but you have to set up all the turrets to try and defend yourself, and it's like a Minecraft kind of environment where you're basically in settlement build mode throughout the entire mission, and you got to move around all the blocks to traverse these chasms and let these little megabyte creature things, which have to actually download a load of information. You have to create a path walkway for them to be able to make it to the information storage and then get back again. A couple of them are really challenging, but I wouldn't say they're impossibly hard. Either way, I uploaded a walkthrough on it if you ever do have any problems with them. But yeah, these are the Eyebot turrets that you'll encounter in there. Integrated Commonwealth. This is one of the mods that was mentioned earlier. That's you might need on quite a few of his other mods. Correct spawns in the Vault-Tec. Okay, so requires DLC again for Automatron, Far Harbor, Vault-Tec Workshop, and Nuka World. Integrated Commonwealth seeks to fully integrate content introduced in various DLCs with the overall game world in a balanced, natural way. Some DLC-specific plants can be found rarely through the Commonwealth and in other DLC areas. Some DLC enemies will now be found rarely throughout the Commonwealth and in other DLC areas, so you're not just going to have to go to one area to find one of the things you're looking for. Some DLC items, including weapons, armor, ammunition, junk items, now have a rare chance to be found throughout the game world and NPCs and in containers. Scrounger perk ranks now aid in discovery of DLC ammunition. 4570, yeah, because that is a pain in the ass trying to find that one. That's for the lever action shotgun. The 762 is for the it's basically a AK-47 type of gun that you get in Nuka World off the gang members there, and obviously the harpoon is from Far Harbor as well throughout the game world. Specific drinks as well, and all of the different types of stuff that you would encounter throughout the DLC environments have also been fixed, and this one looks like it could be pretty useful. So if you're looking to have a bit more of that in your game environment, even post game, then it's for you. Reusable camping, season pass, VR attackers, spawn explosives. Okay, mythic monsters. This basically adds a bunch of extra monsters that is created into the game world using the in-game assets, but giving them like a different name. So you got the Thing, which is a creature like that as well, and then you got Godzilla and all kinds of different things. Okay, Cyborg Metal IQ, player preset. Power Armor, Nuka-Cola, Quantum, and different paint jobs for your Power Armor. Crazy Safari, this basically makes the creatures that would appear in Far Harbor and Nuka World, the specific monsters to that area, or creatures, should I say, appear in the Commonwealth as well. Simple Camping Legendary Edition, Scrapback Settlement Extras Living and Dead. Don't really need this if you've got the complete version though. The World is Dying Season Pass patch, the World is Dying Far Harbor patch, Settlement Starter Kits, Automatron and Far Harbor and Nuka World. The chests for this include weapons and ammo. The lockers have clothes and armor. Reasons down low can also act as a cheat room for beginner players with weapons, armor and ammo. To dress your settlers to be Minutemen, Railroad, Brothers of Steel, so it's going to have all those costumes for you as well. Location is across from Swans Pond in the Boston Commons and Playground in Concord. So pretty easy to find. Bear Trap and Caltrops fix. Clear sky almost nowhere, so if you want to get rid of those blue skies that you get occasionally in the game, and that one's for you. Clear skies almost everywhere. This is the counterpart to that. If you want to have less of the overcast sky and have nearly almost unrealistic blue sky all the time, then that's another one for you. I must admit I do prefer the blue sky, but from a gameplay standpoint, it does throw you off occasionally. All settlements extended for Far Harbor. Okay, I might end up actually downloading this one at some point. Put it onto favourites for now. Cause the settlement expander that I've actually got off the actually same guy at Nia only covers the Commonwealth ones. So if you are doing any settlement building and you suddenly go out there, you'll probably notice that the area doesn't expand beyond where it was. Very, very useful, but watch out for removing stuff that shouldn't be removed, as had happened quite a few times. That is the only problem with a lot of these type of mods. This one, not so much so. You can pretty much take the entire... prime example of something that went wrong with this mod. But this also includes the mod that basically lets you scrap almost everything. That includes rocky surfaces on the side of a cliff and things like that. If you're going to use mods like that, and like the one I just mentioned, be careful in places like Vault 118 or Vault 81, or I've forgotten what the hell it's bloody called now. Thank you very much, Aidan. Yeah, the only problem with doing some of the scrappability type of things, I went into the vaults that you could craft yourself, 118. I honestly can't remember the best number on it, but the one that became the Vault Tech Workshop one. Basically, the problem I had with that is you were going around all of the tunnels, clearing off some of the stuff, and because you've got the mod that lets you scrap everything, you take one boulder out of place that isn't meant to be actually moved, and you get basically you can take away the floor of the game world, so all you see is this brilliant white light everywhere, and unless you've made a hard save to go back to in case any of that stuff happens, it can be very game breaking, so just be careful. Scrounger Expanded is a new one that's been added on to this one as well. This one adds, where are we looking here? Okay, it expands the Scrounger perk to include extra ammo. This version adds ammo from Far Harbor and Nuka World and the Scrounger perk. You will now be able to find ammo in containers when you have the Scrounger perk. You'll get the flame of fuel at level 10, gamma rounds level 15, 45 to 70 caliber ammo, which is a very hard one to find unless you want to keep travelling back to Far Harbour, at level 18, cryo cells level 19, cannonballs level 20, railroad spikes at level 20, harpoons level 25, 762 ammo, which is a nuka world ammo, at level 26, missiles at level 30, mini nukes at level 40, and fusion cores at level 50. So yeah, there you go, that's the demo one done. Assassin starter trunk. This basically gives you a bunch of starter assassin things if you wanted to play as an assassin. GMAS gun, Commonwealth visual overhaul and DLC. This one's just for Far Harbour and Nuka World. Okay, this mod overhauls the overall visual appearance of the game. Removal of fog and god rays. Why would you want to remove god rays? I don't know. Okay. Color adjustments, giving you vibrancy you've never experienced before. Adjustments to some of the lighting slightly all over the Commonwealth have given a new look to the game, apparently. Colours are less washed out, and there is better lighting shadow contrast. The weather effects are slightly improved, washed out. Okay, I'm going back over the same line now. Fire, plasma, and laser effects are enhanced, and check out a fireworks show while you're at it. So basically an overhaul, yeah, as it says on the tin. Realistic headshots even for all the DLCs. Realistic headshots just for Far Harbour. Food crafting uses purified water, so if you are one of these people that likes to play immersive and craft your own food and stuff, this one will make purified water essential in the ingredients. Quite kind of like a survival thing, this one. Rings for weapons for the future. Okay. Disciples of Atom. Okay, made a small immersion mod because of when playing a Child of Atom character, he wanted to be able to have an immersive Children of Atom settlement and spread the faith across the Commonwealth. What this mod does is pretty basic. It will change the standard outfit of the Nuka World Disciple Raider gang into a Far Harbour Children of Atom set. Okay. Companion weapons, ammo crafting workbench again for DLC, work crate for Far Harbour. What? This mod changes the workshop. Oh, okay, the workshop into a work crate and lets you pick it up and move it out of the way for more room. Okay, that is pretty good. Tap the button to open the workshop, hold the button to pick it up. Like all items, it does not change the border, and it is best to keep the crate inside the border. Actually, that's pretty good. Put on to favourites. USO season pack for unlocked stuff. UCO season pass again for unified clothing. Skin armor craft for Fallout. Female presets from vanilla. More spawn, Far Harbour. Combat rifle ammo changed. Hang on, let's go back to that one actually, because that one's one. Always berating. More spawn on DLC Far Harbour. Okay, that gives about as much information as I did when I was reading it. Okay, combat rifle ammo change. Far Harbour creatures at the Commonwealth. This is another one like the mod I was on about before, where you'll now get the Far Harbour insect creature type of things coming over and attacking, or well, just basically existing in the Commonwealth as well. Scrap that Commonwealth Far Harbour add-on, so you can basically scrap a lot more of the area if you don't want to have the, as you can see from the screenshot here, if you don't want to have the pier, it just basically lets you go around and basically destroy the entire landscape if that's what you want to do. Scrap that Commonwealth mods are usually the ones that you can scrap anything, and I mean anything. You can even stand in the sea, and so, as I found on one of the things, and providing you're in it, this is where it gets strange. You can jump in the sea and you'll see a scrappable object that just says water. You think, oh, what's this do? Takes away the water, and next thing you know, you're standing on the seabed and right in the distance you can see the next frame of where the ocean should be, but then the ocean, when you go up to that one to try and see if you can take that one out as well, you can't. So when you climb back onto dry land and you're looking down to the ocean, you can see one little square here that has been took away, where you can actually stand on the seabed, and then the rest of your environment has got the sea. So you make a judgment call there. Do you want to have the ocean, or do you want to have no ocean? Or do you want to then build a little area inside it so it looks like you've made an underwater observatory? It's quite an idea for thought there. But yeah, scrap that Commonwealth mods. Be careful, because you can accidentally, as I found, take away stuff that you really should be taking away. Hangman's Alley is another good example of that. When I was doing the Scrapback Commonwealth, I was just trying to basically expand the work area inside of Hangman's Alley. And for those people who don't know what Hangman's Alley is, I mean, you should do if you've played it often enough. It's a really small settlement area that's basically it's like an alleyway in between two lots of buildings. Why they chose to have that as a thing is literally is a hangman's alley, emphasis on the alley part, and there's pretty much nothing you can do with it unless you build a little tiny block and then just build it straight up. So what I did is I managed to get one of this settlement scrapper type of things that let you take away some of the outer facades of the buildings that you can't normally scrap, and I was able to take back one layer of the one layer of the buildings. Guaranteed, I had to reload a few times, but they do. You will get used to what should be scrapped, what shouldn't be. You'll see little lines in the scenery. So some buildings you'll take away, and you'll see that they were literally just a paper thin outer. Some buildings you'll take away, and you'll see that they're actually built pretty solid. Those are the ones you want to keep. If you're building anything or you're trying to take away some stuff that has paper thin walls, be careful, because you'll see the wall from one side but you won't see the wall from the other side, so you'll think you've actually scrapped everything in that area, and then you'll end up having to scrap another wall to try and get rid of that sort of thing, and then before you know it you're having to scrap something else, and then you have to scrap something else, and then you have to scrap something else, and before you know it you've made it all the way to the riverfront, and then you're going to have to take away the road, because the building that you just took away was part of the road scenery, and it took away one part of the actual highway. So you're now looking at a half destroyed Hangman's Alley with the road that runs around the opposite side of it completely missing as well, and it just starts to get really bad. So yeah, moral of this story, always make a hard save before you start doing any settlement building with any scrap that Commonwealth mods. Anyway, balanced craftable ammunition, powered courser under armor. Okay, I think actually the under armor is one of the things that I'm currently using. Yeah, the under armor is actually the marine wetsuit, which you can get from Far Harbor, and it is pretty good, I must admit. I preferred using. I love the Brotherhood of Steel uniform, the black uniform. But I always felt when my character was actually running, it looked like she had a harness between her butt cheeks, and it was like pulling every single time she tried to run. So when I put on the marine wetsuit, it was more. I compare it to Sigourney Weaver in Alien Resurrection, the almost alien skin, black leather kind of thing, but in this case it's like black and grey sort of thing. So I always liked that armour, it was pretty good. And for those people who don't know, yeah, the Alien franchise is one of my all-time favourites as well. No matter what, Star Wars always comes first, which is a surprise given the fact that I don't do any of the Star Wars Battlefront games. I have Trust me, if I haven't seen what I've seen about the single player campaign, because I'm not a big multiplayer type of player. I like, with the exception of GTA Online and those sort of games, I don't really do a lot of online multiplayer. The last time I ever played anything was Battlefield 3, and I just got creamed all the time. So I learned my lesson there. Remove settlement limitations. This one's for the Far Harbor Edition, PlayStation 4 Far Harbor Edition. Completely remade it so it no longer messes up things that could have been important, and it should work better, so you can now actually build anywhere and have infinite settlers and infinite wire length, or at least it should. Yeah, okay. Infinite settlers. Yeah, that is going to be a problem because that will drop your frames per second as well. Chase preset from Far Harbor. Okay. Fort Leon. Overpowered companions, companion combat overhaul, more mods, harpoon gun, lethally legend, PlayStation 4 version, nuker mixer station accepts caps, Fem Shepping's mega surgery center, clean food for the Commonwealth, Fem Shipping's Salem coastal home, nuker mixture, okay, power armor, nuker core, quantum, and so on and so forth. KMZ Ventures DLC required. This is, as you can see, is one of the 2 mods which I've got here. These are really good. They also, by downloading both of these, which I have actually done, it will give you a vendor that is in quite a lot of the areas you might actually go, and they carry everything. They carry up to 1,000. They carry up to 1,000 of every ammunition type, and the price he actually charges for them as well, it is pretty cheap. They have all the unique gear, unique weapons and stuff like that as well, so if you don't want to make your own, then they do come in handy. They are, I'd say, not essential, because you don't necessarily have to have them, but they are very valuable to have. Move that workbench, SFX ring auras, charismatic handyman, semi-automatic unlimited for Far Harbor, simple settlers mortal edition, don't know what that's supposed to be, named edition, settlement height unlocked to 326 floors. So basically, if you don't want, it's a test mode. Okay, so come back to this one later on. Charles Overhaul perk patch for Scrapper, simple settlers immortal edition, legendary recon marine armor. This stuff is pretty good, I must admit. I was trying to make a stormtrooper outfit, but unfortunately you can't colour those armors white, so you end up more with the Death Trooper kind of look to it. Charles Overhaul Far Harbor patch, Cliff's Edge Hotel clean version, Scrapback Settlement Far Harbor add-on, 344 Far Harbor edition, USS Leviathan, no build limit. I've got this one myself. This one is pretty essential as well, but just be careful because the build limit is there for a reason. So don't think you can get away with just building and building and building. Your game will start to frames per second drop as well if you put too much into there, and then eventually your game will just break whenever you try to fast travel from there or to there. So if you're finding that happening, fast travel to the area nearest to it and then run in, or take away some of the stuff that's in there. Workshop items again, the one which I've got is really good stuff in there. Inquisitor of Atom Quarters, USO Cubes add-on, NSA No Settlement Attacks base game, See-Through Scopes for Far Harbor, the Beantown Interiors project for Far Harbor, Home Sweet Home Mark II requires all DLC, Undead Chambers, Pre-War House Player Home Settlement, a custom built one there, Manufacturing Overhaul Season Pass version, and that's it. So yeah, a little bit quicker there at the end, and I don't know if it picks up on the thing, but my phone is going off in the background as is usual. I can't do one of these things without any freaking interruptions. But yeah, covered. At least I was able to cover most of these without my voice feeling like it was going to break this time. So that's a plus. Anyway, yeah, we'll be doing, as I mentioned before, we're doing Skyrim mods next. I'm going to take a quick look at the Creation Club as well, see if anything has been added, because there wasn't anything last week, or if there's any discounts. So if you're interested in those, check them out. Don't forget to leave a like, please. Subscribe if you're not already. Keep the nice comments coming. I do appreciate them more than I actually know. I know it's pretty hard to actually express that with just words, but every time I see every time I see a positive comment or a like on those videos, it does mean a lot, and it's not from a monetary standpoint. 'Cause for you don't get anything for comments, you don't get anything for likes, you don't even really get anything for views. Monetization basically comes off people actually choosing to actually sit through one of the adverts that might start at one of the videos, nothing else. So my gratitude towards you guys isn't from a monetary standpoint, it's from helping my channel to grow, helping my channel to get out there a little bit more, and for constantly showing these support. And I'm going to strangle that phone in any second if it goes off again. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Please keep supporting the channel, share it with your friends, put it out there on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever else, what other way you can actually share it. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the official Crowangel Gaming Facebook page, which obviously is www.facebook.com/Crowangel Gaming, one word. So yeah, thank you very much. Don't forget to tune in next week, because I'll be doing the latest mods. I will be doing Assassin's Creed Origin later on today at some point, so I can't unfortunately give you an exact time because I don't know myself yet. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace.